opportunities to go up against this Buffalo offense. Your impressions of them, especially with Josh Allen and how much they can force you to be disciplined defensively.
Yeah, I just think he's playing at a different level this season. Just as his efficiency, his decision making. I mean, obviously he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he's missing do everything for their team. So obviously having success with them, it starts with limiting his production and his success. And I think we got an opportunity to do that.
Certainly they can be explosive offensively, but the performance that you guys had against Minnesota, especially shutting them out in the first half, how much can you carry that momentum forward week to week?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think, the last few weeks, defensively, we've started to put together a little bit of identity, put together a little bit of some momentum, building, late in the season. We told ourselves we want to start playing our best ball in November, late in the season, and I think we starting to come around to form. I think we got to follow it up with a great performance against a really good offense on Sunday.
Zaire, we always hear guys talk about put a game like that behind us. Is that something you just do, or is that another skill that guys develop?
I do think that's a part of becoming a pro, and I think it works both ways. When you have a really bad game, sometimes it's hard to kind of be able to move on from that. You may want to blame something or you feel bad about this, but the same goes when you have a good game. You know what I mean? The plays that you made last week don't count, or not going to mean that you're going to make another play the next week. You got to come back and be the same player. Got to be the same teammate. Never too high, never too low. That's usually how the wise man goes.
How do you keep these guys motivated after all these close games and some losses in these close games? How do you keep the focus and just try to close the deal when you can?
I mean, well, the whole season still ahead of us. We got opportunity again to come home, play against a big time AFC opponent at home in front of our fans, and it's just a great opportunity. No shortage of opportunity. And I think, the teams that take advantage of that and continue to climb this mountain in the NFL season, I think at the end of the day, they always end up winning.
You mentioned finding that identity as a defense. What is that identity?
Fast, physical, and taking the ball away. And like he says, we define by ability to take the ball away and score. So Kenny did a little bit of that last week. Hopefully we get a little more of that on Sunday.
Hey, you did a little bit of it too.
Yeah, I tried to. I did my best. But we got to keep going, man. Like I said, I think, the guys on all three levels are starting to play fast. It's great to see how guys are starting to develop and grow. We're starting to gel together as a unit. We just got to keep building on that.
How much do you welcome this challenge going up against a very good offense and a leader like they have in Allen?
It's something I'm really looking forward to. Like I said, he's obviously one of the best players in the league, year in and year out. These guys are battle tested. They understand what it takes to win. They understand what it takes to get to the dance and winning late in the season as well. So, definitely be a challenge for us. But, I feel like you get up, you with an extra pep in your step when you get a chance to play against the best. So I'm looking forward to it.
What do you think about those past opportunities playing against Josh in the past?
Yeah, I mean, we played him in Buffalo a couple of times. I was on special teams, but JT had me running down on kickoff every other play. So that was a little different. But we play him in the playoffs. It's been interesting to just kind of watch, him grow. Obviously their team continue to grow and build, and obviously we've had our own situations here as well. So, but none of that really matters when we step on the field on Sunday. It's all about who's the best team that day.
So last month you guys have had to go on the road, playing some hostile environments over the last 5 weeks or so. How much do you have to capitalize on an opportunity to be at home and everything that you have working in your favor when you get that crowd behind you?
Oh man, I'm just looking forward to being at home. Love our fans at Lucas Oil. Love just the environment that they create. They can't wait to let us here, but I'm looking forward to hearing them cheer. I know they're going to have our backs regardless. I can't wait, ready to turn the city up.
Z, do you learn anything about, I guess, your leadership style, how you lead in the seasons, like 6-7 years in, or how does it, I guess, evolve over time?
Man, I would just say every year is different. This season has been, no shortage of challenges and opportunities to grow. I would say that, I'm just learning that I'm not perfect. Every day I try to be the best version of myself and be the best leader that, the team needs to be and that I can be personally. And some days I fall short of that, and I think the reality of the situation is I've learned to, face my mistakes humbly, apologize when I need to, try to be better to my teammates and to myself when I can, but also just be as authentically myself as I can be, and continue to try to help lead the team to success.
Zaire, you're talking about. Go ahead, Steve.
He's had tenure a couple of years now. He's had to shepherd you guys through like some tough stretches, whatever. This might be one now. He's like a couple losses in a row. He had to make a big quarterback change. How does he govern himself, kind of when things aren't going great? How do you see how he guides you guys through those times?
Man, I love just how Shane just approaches every day. He's so process oriented. He's so growth oriented. I think he just focuses on just the opportunities in front of us. He talked about a couple weeks ago. He talked about momentum, and he just said sometimes it just takes one play. It takes just one game to get everything rolling and get everything flowing. And it's something that's been in my mind pretty much since he said it. I mean, Shane's the same guy every day in, day out, win, loss, or draw. He's going to come in here, he's going to push us to the hardest he can and hold us accountable the way he knows how. And he's all about ball. So any opportunity he gets to go and talk about ball or play ball, he's going to take advantage of it. And he's probably one of the biggest competitors in the business.
Zaire, talking about that defensive identity, how much of that maybe has been developed through being aggressive with blitzes and different types of stuff over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I definitely think we've done a good job of attacking offenses, trying to get them, off balance, maybe breaking some tendencies to where, they thought they were going to get one thing and showing them something else. But I think overall, obviously getting DeForest back definitely doesn't hurt anybody. But I think it's just merely the mentality. I think just the guys from, myself, Grove, Buck, Kenny, and Speed, and Julian. I think just the mentality that we brought out there to just continue to be the best, continue to go after the offenses that we playing against. I think it's made the difference.
Do you and Speed like being mugged up over the A gap?
You said what?
You and Speed like being mugged up over the A gap as much as you've been?
Anytime I get to mess with the O linemen's blocking assignments, I always try to. I like listening to them and confusing them as much as I possibly can. So it's cool, being up there. I don't know. I like messing with the fat guys up front too. So anytime I get to pick them or run into them without them looking, I'm gonna probably do that. So
the sack that Quiddy had, you had Latu kind of lined up over your right hip. Like just that level of like creativity with these blitzes seems to be working for this defense right now.
Well, I just think it speaks to just the personnel that we have on the defensive side. Speaking of young Latu, he's a guy that can put his hand in the dirt and win a one-on-one. As well as stand up on 2 feet and run a twist game. So when you got a guy like that, obviously Defoe opens it all up. And you got to put 2 on him regardless. Starting to look like you got to put 2 on Grove too. So that's 4. They only got 1 left. So So they got to figure something out. So I think it's just we got guys out there that's able to get after the quarterback dial. So guys are getting hot. The sacks is going to come.